Hello and welcome to Meet Me Monday. I am Karma with Lewis Acre Farm, and I am so glad that you are here today. I look forward to these Mondays, getting to chat with you all and getting to meet new channels. Some are new, some are old friends, like today. This is exciting that I get to bring this guest to you today. I have been wanting to bring this guest for a long time, and it's finally worked out. Um, so, I wanted to, first of all, let you know that we do have in the About section on my page, there is a interview request form that everybody is welcome to fill out. You can fill this form out, and after I've checked out your channel, I will go ahead and reach out to you, and we'll see what we can do about setting up an interview for you. The whole purpose of these interviews is to get to know you as a creator and also to promote your channel. If you have multiple channels, I'm more than happy to promote all of your channels. That's the purpose of these interviews, is to give back to the community and to help you to promote your channels and get new exposure. So with that out of the way, let me bring up today's guest. Most of you will know our guest. So let's go ahead and bring Scott from Rambling with the Brums. Is it Brums or Brums?
Brums.
Brums, like sweeping.
But whenever it comes to dinner, lunch, or breakfast, I'll answer to anything.
All right. So not only are you rambling with the Brums, you are also traveling escapes with the Brums.
Travel escapes with the Brums. Yeah, we're actually that channel. I posted some Puerto Rican footage from whenever Debbie and I were down there last January. It blew up. Like, wow. I got 300 subs in like a week and a half.
That is awesome. That is so exciting.
You see, I have to make a choice. Do I put it up on Travel Escapes and make nothing? Or do I put it up on Rambling with the Brums and make a little bit?
Or do you split it?
What's that, sorry?
Or do you split it?
Well, and that's it. And so I was talking to Jesse about it, and what I might do is post it on Rambling with the Brums, and then a month or so go in, edit it a little bit so that it's not the same video, and post it over there too, because they're two different, even though, you know, I'm the host of both. I have my travel group, and I have my planting, homesteaders, friends, you know, that group. It's like the two don't intermix that much, and I don't understand why not. But I just wish I'm like some of my friends. They're going cruising at least once a month, but they have like a part-time job on finding cruises that are cheap. But you know, maybe someday.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So let's first of all, let's welcome our chat. Going up to the top here, we have Logan. He has Mondays off, so he gets to be here now and participate in Meet Me Monday. That's kind of new. And Ronson is my administrative moderator, as well as my one and only dear precious son. And he does an amazing job with helping me with my channel. I just am so thankful for him.
I always see him, in and out and all about, and it's you need a couple moderators that are like that.
Yeah, and I do have a couple. Ronson's just amazing. His knowledge of technology is incredible. And what he doesn't know, he can find out usually in a matter of minutes. And he's right there to help me every step of the way. And I just couldn't be more grateful. And then I have Rebecca Touched by Yarn as a mod. And I have a couple of others also. Let's see. I don't know who this Rambling with the Brums is, but he's here also in the chat.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes he says hello, and sometimes he just lurks.
Yeah. I do some lurking myself.
Depending on how I feel that day. If I'm not in a big chatty mood, then I'll just sit there and lurk and give you your thumbs up, and
depends on who's in chat, whether I feel like engaging or not sometimes.
There's that too.
Right. And then there's just Jason, Keto, and more. I'm so glad that you're here. And Jaden, thank you for being here. Echoes of Embers, Ashley, I'm so grateful you're here. She's also one of my mods. Very, very precious, precious sister in the Lord. And then Arlene, thank you for being here. Pete, can't forget Pete. Pete's everywhere. How he does it, I think he is, and he's like, I don't know.
He's got to have multiple
personalities or something.
Well, there's that too. But I've seen him like modding for Kevin in Tuber Chat, and it doesn't happen that Kevin and I go live the same time, but I'm like, whoa, I just said hello to Pete over there, and now he's modding in my channel. It's like, thanks,
can you
buddy.
just imagine his control room? What it must look like?
I envision Pete as crawling down into like a bunker, and it's all AI, and
Have you seen Jimmy Neutron? The cartoon Jimmy Neutron.
Yes,
it's a movie.
Yes.
And he has that, he goes down into a tree or something, and he's got this whole, that's what I picture. Jimmy Neutron.
Well, see, I know better because he lives in Toronto, so he's got no trees to go in. So
I just picture that control room is what I picture.
Exactly.
Pete, we love you. The Garden Kitchen with Tracy. Welcome in.
Huge supporter.
Yes.
He's everywhere.
Absolutely. The Garden Kitchen with Tracy is new to the channel, but also I am going to be interviewing her on March 3rd. So I just want to welcome you and invite everybody to come back and get to know her. Her channel looks really amazing. That's going to be a really fun interview. So now that we've gotten our greetings taken care of, let's go ahead and get to know Scott. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about you, your family, where you live, what it's like there?
Well, long and short of it is I do the YouTube, and the rest of my family, with the exception of my oldest, she may pop in and out, but The rest are they don't. YouTube's not their thing,
Right.
and I'm not one of these ones where, I've seen a lot of people force their kids and their wives and whatever to be on YouTube, and I'm like, no. I I just, I tinker around, and if I'm on the farm, I usually have my phone out recording, and we're, by the looks of the weather, we're about a month away from maple syrup season.
Ooh, yum.
And hey, Rebecca, I just, that's pretty much, we live on an acre of land here, but I'm only 2 miles as the crow flies to the farm, where, it's a good friend of mine's, but, I go and help them out with the syrup and the birds, and, that's where I raised my cattle. And, turkeys this year.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. The turkeys were absolutely, I've never seen turkeys as big.
Oh,
the
really?
One turkey I had to cut in half and quarter to fit in my roast pan. He was a great big old Tom.
What breed of turkeys do you raise?
I don't know. Turkeys about that big. I did know the name of them. They're just your run-of-the-mill white turkey.
Oh, the white ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did. I did 6 and he did 10, and we lost 3 to coyotes.
That's tough.
Well, but retribution was fun.
Sweet.
Yeah. He won't be picking on any more of our animals. And yeah, other than that, family of 5. Debbie works at the hospital. Since Thursday, we've had almost 4 feet of snow.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, we're good to go now. But I had to take Debbie into work this morning with the 4-wheel drive truck. But once I got over the hump at the end of the driveway, it was clear. The roads were sanded.
Right.
Our public works guys are just absolutely amazing. They worked their, they pretty much would have a nap and go out again for the last 4 days. So
I have to say kudos to every person who works in the every area has a different name for it. The people who run the snow plows and sanders, because my dad used to do that. And I know that there were times when he didn't sleep hardly at all for 2, 3, 4 days straight.
I have been there, done it. You have a 5-minute cat nap on your steering wheel and away you go.
And the people that get angry and try to go around them and flip them off and all of that, I mean, it's rough on them. And then they face snow blindness. Snow blindness is real.
Oh, yeah.
And sitting behind the wheel of one of those monstrous trucks for 12-hour shifts. I don't know, you have
13.
Different shifts, 13 hours? Okay, well, 12 hours is tough. I can just imagine adding an extra hour on top of that. Yeah. And my dad was a mechanic, so he would keep the fleet running and then hop into a truck and run for 12
Yeah.
hours. And then if something broke down, he had to stop what he was doing and go fix the truck, then get back in his truck and go drive to finish out his shift. So, and that snow blindness, there were times where you can't see what's road and what's cliff.
Oh, no.
And it's extremely dangerous, and to have cars racing up on them, flipping them off, trying to get around them, and then getting angry because you throw snow on them. Yeah. Well, don't go around them and you won't get snow thrown on them. It's a dangerous job.
I love the people that would try to pass you on the right, because I'd take a little bit bigger of a chunk. Oops.
Yeah. Did you hear about the 3 snowplows that helped stop a car thief in Colorado?
No.
Idaho Springs, Colorado. There was this guy, he was high on drugs and drunk on alcohol, stole a car, and the police had done all their maneuvers to try to stop him, and he had managed to evade them. 3 snowplows on a 3-lane interstate drove tandem, stopped traffic, and were able to stop the guy and help the police capture him. Kudos.
He's only going to bang off the metal, now. A lot of townships and whatever here are going to the plastic plows, but there's still some that use metal plows. And
metal all the way.
They would hurt.
Yeah.
I would not want to go face to face. And, especially our first responders,
Absolutely.
People don't wait until it's everything but sunshine and rainbows to get sick.
Right. Absolutely.
Or you have and I have to say it, but I can back it up with facts. It's the little old ladies who forgot to get a loaf of bread and a pint of milk or cream for their coffee. So they venture out in 3 feet of snow in their little cars, which, they're coming halfway up their car to go get themselves some bread for toast in the morning. And, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know how it is there, but in the state of Idaho, the state trucks, I'm not talking county or city, but the state trucks are required to run day and night during legislative session. Whether it's rain, snow, shine, whatever, we can have perfect weather, the roads are dry. They're still required to run because you never know if a storm might come. And that is to keep our government workers safe on the road.
Now, see, we have our township, we have 7 operators plus the supervisor plus the director. So, if one of the guys are sick, 9 times out of 10, our guys are so amazing. Sick or not, they'll be in because they just, that's what they do. Their forte is to ensure everybody gets from point A to point B safe. And, we had it this weekend where ambulances were having to go an hour out of route to pick people up because other ambulances couldn't get there. Our main highways, absolutely, there's 2 drivers per truck. They're called out 2 hours before the snow's supposed to start. If we're only supposed to get a little bit, they throw down that brine first.
Right.
And they'll go in about 4 hours early for that. And then that pretty much gets them through. But this last storm, like this is unheard of for the storm that we just had. Usually we'll have 15 to 20 centimeters, which is about 8 to 10 inches. And to have 40 inches and 3 dumpings, it's like, now there's no more snow being called until not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday.
Oh,
but
okay.
God knows I've never seen a good meteorologist. Our guy
Right?
here, he says it's going to be sunny. I know to get ready, it's either going to rain or we're going to have snow. And if he calls for snow, we know it's going to be sunny.
Right.
Oh man, it's the only job where you can be wrong 100% of the time and still make $100,000.
Yeah. I will say that the meteorologists in our specific area, they're fairly reasonably accurate.
And you're in the valley too, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you in a valley? So yeah,
Yes.
most of it would be funneled in through your valley and that. But
But I'm also in a desert.
True.
So, but anyway, so you are not only a YouTuber, but you wear many hats. Tell us a little bit about some of the other hats you wear.
Oh my goodness. Well, I've given up the Egg Society, the Agricultural Society. I was vice president for many years. What else do I do? I'm a counselor. This is my 3rd term. I'm going to go 1 more, and then I'm out because we're getting a little crazy up here. Like, it's the first time I've ever had a death threat. And the girl didn't like the new law or bylaw that we put into effect. So she spread all over social media that she was going to come and cut our heads off.
Wow.
So, being on the police board here, they went in and she was like, "Oh, I'm just joking. And like the cop said to her, "Yeah, you might be joking, but with mental health where it is in today's day and age, you don't make jokes like that, because somebody would process, oh, that's my 15 minutes of fame. I'm going to go chop their heads off."
Exactly.
And we were asked if we wanted her charged. We said no. She was young. She realized she did something wrong. So with that, obviously, pretty much every second weekend we're out doing stuff, 3 official meetings a month, sometimes 4. Now, if you take in, I'm on the police board. I'm also on the physician recruitment board. So I try to keep myself busy.
So your title of counselor, is that the equivalent of our mayor?
Yes.
Okay.
It would be your city politicians.
Okay.
So yeah, your mayor and counselor, that's what we are. we don't get near the money because we're just a small rural municipality. Like the city to our east, they have about 1 million population, and they make $200,000. We don't even make 1 or 10% of that. Like, we don't even make 20 grand. Mm-hmm. So it's not in it for the money. And the calls at 2:00 in the morning,
right?
People, they didn't pick up my recycling yesterday. Well, you just thought about that at 2 a.m.
Right.
Or you'll have somebody that calls, and our guys normally shut the plows down from 8:00 at night, and they'll go back out so that all the major roads in our municipality are plowed by 6:30, so that 90% of the population can head off to work safe and sound. And what else? Oh, my biggest claim to fame, it would be football coach.
Oh, that's cool.
I've been involved with youth. I've coached baseball, hockey, football.
Now, is this soccer or is this football?
No, I'm talking football.
Okay, because some places call soccer football, and we Americans know football.
Exactly.
Real football.
Yeah. You got to go across the pond. Then, if you hear the accent, then they're talking football as in soccer.
Right.
I don't know how they can get that confused. Football, soccer, football. Anyways.
Right.
And I did that for 33 years. This is my first, 2025 will be my first year that I haven't coached in 34 years.
Yeah.
So
real quick, I want to greet a few more people that have stopped in.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Okay. P&J's Homestead Adventure, welcome in. Glad that you're here. And Kendra, Consume the Goodness. I'm going to be interviewing her next week. Another very, very sweet and precious friend. She has got an incredible channel, just full of encouragement. That's going to be a really fun interview. And let's see, who else snuck in here? Hajways. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Another wonderful supporter of this channel. Very thankful that you're here today. And
that's the way I'd pronounce it.
Okay. Very thankful that you guys are here today. Okay, so now and Rebecca Touched by Yarn. I saw you sneak in here too, and I meant to say hello.
Yeah, I already said hello to Rebecca. I saw her come in.
Okay. All right, thank you for confirming I was saying it correctly. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch over to your channels now.
Okay.
So first of all, how long have you been making videos? Whenever I say how long have you been a YouTuber or a creator, some people get confused and think, well, how long have you been using YouTube? But
yeah.
How long have you been actively making videos for YouTube?
I'm going to say 2020
okay.
would have been, it was either 2019. No, I think it was 2020.
Okay.
I had just made some videos not knowing what was going to happen with my, I've had major spinal surgery, and I had a 25% chance of not coming off the table.
Oh, wow.
So the scar there, or there, you can see the scar. They tried to go in through the front to fix my spine. They couldn't do it. So I'm cut from here to my mid back. It's a surgery. I had 31 nurses and doctors in my surgery to watch, because it is such they just don't do this surgery. Usually you become paraplegic before they can actually get in and do anything. So I'm totally rotted, screwed, meshed from C2 to T2. So the whole upper end, and the good Lord worked right through my surgeon's hands. They did not anticipate me to walk out of the hospital. But 5 days after my surgery, I stood up and walked out of the hospital.
Praise God.
Yeah.
That's one of those you can only give God the glory.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love those stories.
Yeah. No, it, right from the get-go. There was complications and whatever else, but, we were able to get over them. And, here I am. I wasn't sure if we were going to do the surgery. And then I'm like, well, why not? If I happen to be that 25%, I know where I'm going. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So I had to, how do I say this? I had to, at a very young age, accept that tomorrow might not come. So now the good Lord doesn't want sarcasm, so he kept me down here. And then he threw Jesse into my life. And then it's been upside down ever since. But
he has purpose for your life.
Well,
and
that's what I see.
Until you've fulfilled your purpose, we're stuck with you.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going.
And I'm glad.
So, and it's actually ironic that I've been moderating long before I was a creator.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the channels that I used to moderate for was like, I really like the stuff you're putting up. Well, he had 1,000 people in his room whenever he shouted me out. I'm like, you just didn't do that. So I guess I said, well, I guess I'm a creator now. And, my life's not overly exciting. I've had to accept at a younger age, I've got severe limitations. How much I can lift, like going into surgery, it was almost to the point where Debbie had to feed me. I couldn't open up a water bottle, and I had to eat with a spoon. Is the only way I could feed myself. And I was 46.
Mm-hmm.
So it was eye-opening that, it sucks. And nothing bothers me more than my buddies that go, "Oh, you're so lucky."
No, you're blessed.
Any day. I would love to get up and go to work every morning. I just can't. You know, like even after you'll see me fidgeting like at the end of my lives, it's because starting with spinal spasms. So, you know what? If that's the worst thing, I've got 6 more years of being mobile. So, you know, yeah, so really that's about it. You know, I'll take out my camera if I see something really cool, and I'm going to start doing some of the auctions around here. And we normally always went to the auctions, but I never even thought about recording them. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, chit-chatting with Johnny and, you know, all the different other farmers that I'm intertwined with. Mm-hmm. They're like, well, what's your prices up there? Like, are we even close? And it's like, we're just about dollar for dollar, except you're US and we're Canadian dollars. You know, right now, our farmers are making $4 and whatever a pound, mm-hmm. which is a blessing to farmers.
Absolutely.
You know, for so many years, if they didn't have means of feeding their cattle off their land, it was killing the farms, truly killing farms.
Yeah, we see it right here where we live. Yeah. Logan was working for an auction house up until January. We know the ins and outs of the auction services and the farming business, and yeah.
From what I've heard you say, and that I think Logan likes his new job.
He's loving it, but he does still miss being at the auction.
You can't take that. Yeah, you can't take that big a chunk out of your life and not miss it.
Right.
You know, you can't do that.
He grew up in it. He grew up in raising livestock, going to the livestock auctions with his grandfather, helping his grandfather choose the cattle that they were going to buy, helping him take cattle to the auction. He's worked in the auction business most of his life.
Yeah.
And so to suddenly not do that.
Well, you go from looking after, you know, one type of animal to multiple species.
Right.
You know, so yeah, no,
well, he still has cattle to look after and typical livestock to look after.
Okay,
but he does have exotics too.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Alfonso, welcome in.
Alfonso, what's up?
So
yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I tend to keep myself busy. Hank and I, we get out and he's starting to get a little bit better in the car. For some reason, he just, after his operation, his stomach, if we know we're going to go for a drive in the truck, mm-hmm. He just looked at me, truck? Yeah, he knows that if we're going out, I just won't feed him, and then we'll boogie around town, and yeah. So I try to keep myself mentally as busy as I can, because physically I just, you know, it was really hard with the cruise coming up. It's very, I had to admit defeat, and I'm going to get myself a scooter for Alaska. So, like Debbie said, do you really want to go once in a lifetime to Alaska and be stuck in the room 2 or 3 days out of 7 because you're too sore, you can't move? Or are you going to suck it up, get a scooter, and we'll go? And I'm like, well, what's $300 more whenever you've paid that much for the trip?
I'll tell you something. You guys don't know where I've been physically because you see me where I am now. I spent years of my life on a walker. I have an electric wheelchair sitting in the other room. And that used to be the only way I was able to go out.
Yeah.
I had no way to carry it with our van, but to go out here, where we live,
yeah,
I had my electric wheelchair. We have a wheelchair that we carry in the van for the times when I just can't go anymore. I spent more hours of the day in bed than I spent out of bed. Those electric carts at the store and those wheelchairs are not a symbol of weakness. They're a symbol of strength. They're a strength.
Yes, but it's hard with the man card, right? It's
throw that man card out and stop worrying about what other people say. And stop letting society dictate.
That's not the reason. It's just, whenever I can't lift anything and I have to see Debbie lift it, that's what rips me apart.
I understand that.
Because I've always grown up that, I was the provider.
Yes.
And now it's a good day if I get the house picked up and wash some dishes.
Okay. But here's the thing. Are you doing what you're able to do?
Oh, yeah.
Then you are providing.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's just,
And you can't expect more of yourself.
You get it through that big old block brain that, and I've went through all the 5 emotions and,
you do
being
have to
angry at the world and,
absolutely, you have to go through grief when you can no longer work, when you can no longer do those things. You have to go through those grieving processes. But you cannot expect more of yourself, more of your body than what you and your body are capable of doing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, without a doubt. And, I'll be back into the swing of things there next Tuesday or Wednesday. I go for more back injections. So, and then I'll do another set just before we go. Well, not just, about 3 weeks before we go on the cruise. And good to go.
Ashley, you're 100% accurate. Invisible disabilities. People are cruel. People are so cruel. If they cannot see your disability, they expect 10 times above and beyond what.
In the 4 years that I was on YouTube, I've been told to dispatch my life. I was a waste on society. That's about it. And a couple
Nobody
other
has the
smart
right
remarks.
to say those things. And I will be completely honest. There are times I have a cane that
Yeah.
I use. There are times, in fact, most of the time, when I have a handicap placard
Yep,
so
me
that
too.
I can park close. I don't always use it,
Not me either.
but I have it to use. And when I do park in a handicapped spot,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I grab my cane and use it just so that I don't have to deal with people, whether
Oh,
I need my cane or not that day.
and you know what? People are so judgmental. And come to find out, the ones that told me to do that obviously reported it to YouTube right away, and they were shut down. And they'll never be able to get around the stuff that was put on them. But I'm gonna say that they were all between the ages. There was a total of 4 of them. There were 2 younger, 1 middle aged, and 1 elderly lady. Like, blew me away.
Yeah.
Blew me away that, she would, or anybody could even say that to anybody. But no, I get the placard thing 100%. The looks that I get, great big old boy, look like I can lift and carry a horse. And it's to retrain my mind. If you go to pick up something heavy, and I just, call me oblivious or dumb or whatever, but try to lift something heavy next time and see where it pulls the most. Your neck.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's why they tell you to lift with your legs, to try to take as much pressure. Yeah, I used to be able to lift 500 pounds. Used to. Now, like my doctor said, I've got 1 more time that they can operate on my neck, and then I'll be in a wheelchair. So, what I'm doing now is I'm actually listening to the doctors. I don't lift anything over 10 to 15 pounds. A case of pop is probably, actually, I think Hank's 27 kg bag of, I'm not supposed to carry that, but, I do the odd thing.
Right.
Because Debbie finds it very heavy to carry, but it's a godsend that it's good and it's bad that just housing up here, apartments, they like, yeah, all my kids could probably do it, with the exception of my baby, because he's got what, 2 months left of school, 2.5 months left of school.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll be traveling with the military. So, there's no sense in him getting into an apartment or mortgage, or because he doesn't know where he's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And, like we said to the girls, save your money. Don't go out and blow it. Don't, but set it aside. And, and it's just like a 1-bedroom apartment here is like $2,100.
Oh, wow.
A house. Ours is a very, very modest 5-bedroom home, 2 down, up, 3 up, or 3 up, 2 down. Nothing to write home at, and it's valued at $600,000. I wouldn't give you a penny over 300. $350 for it.
Uh-huh.
But a friend of mine went through it, and well, he's always here, but and yeah, he was. You could sell it within a month if you put it at 600,000, because they went and built $1 million houses across the road from us, and there's more $1 million houses to go in. Well, all that I got to do is fix up the, like I've got the cedar runners on the outside of the house.
Mm-hmm.
It's cedar, and well, a lot of people don't like that. So if I was to get like vinyl siding or go brick halfway up and then siding, I would increase it by $50,000 right there. And we're on an acre. They're only doing half-acre lots across the way. Wow. So this house, people are pawing at getting at it. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if people go to check out your channel, what are they going to find when they visit?
Sarcastic, funny, farm, maple syrup.
Maple syrup, yum.
A whole lot of like different things around the farm. Just every day to day, I do 2 lives a week. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I'm just love to give stuff away, and it's that's kind of been put on hold for a little bit. It's just the price of shipping is astronomical, and believe it or not, it's more expensive. It's almost, it's over double for me or for Jesse to send something up here than what it is for me to mail something down, an identical thing down to Jesse and Lisa.
That's crazy.
So that's how much the markup on the US side is it's almost double. Now, if I try to send something in Canada, wait. That there, I sent a pack of seeds. It was last spring. I sent a couple things to Remy, and he's literally 12 hours away from my front door. It was $20.
Wow, for a pack of seeds?
Well, it was with the through the vineyard chicks grow last year.
Right.
And I looked after, dispersing the seeds on the Canadian side. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it was crazy. Wow. So for me to mail, for you guys to mail within your country is a lot cheaper. But if you go to mail outside, it's crazy expensive. I think Lisa and I actually were talking about it not that long ago. I sent a mug over to Paul Honeyman in England, and it was like $13, and it got to him in about a week and a half, which reasonable. Lisa sent something to him. It took almost 3 weeks, and it was $21 or $22 US. Yeah. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. But But other than that, you're gonna see on my channel, you're gonna see me, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I hide
Keep it real.
nothing. I hide nothing. I've always been real from day one. Some people don't like that. They get very jealous.
I love the real,
Oh,
personally.
but just I have a very easy time making friends. Like my wife says, I know everybody in the world because I'll talk to everybody in the world. But it just, a lot of people get jealous that, oh, well, I wish I could do maple syrup, or I wish I had cows on a farm. It's like, it's not like I'm not paying for this stuff.
I think that sometimes people will make a comment like that, as in they dream of having that, not necessarily out of jealousy, because I wish that I could have those things too, but it's not because I'm jealous of you. It's because that's a dream that I have. Well, I'm thankful that you have those things.
And you would never send me a message and say, you and this person shouldn't be hanging out together. You should spread it around. And it's
no.
Johnny, Jesse, like Tony from Our Cabin in the Woods. We get together and it's nothing but laughs and, and everybody's welcome on my channel. Always have been. And I'm a big proponent of I will watch. If you have 50,000 plus, people, you're well on your way. You don't need me. But the person that's fighting to get to 100, my whole thing is to get them over that 100 and then over that 250, over the 500, So that's just me in a nutshell. I'm like everybody's big old brother that if I'm around, I'm online. And, I did have to learn that there's such a thing as no. I'm busy.
Yeah.
I was burning myself out. And I just couldn't do it with everything that I already do. Plus trying to do different videos and whatever else, it just, you try your best. And then, this fall, I took about a month and a half off and I just went, I'm going to lurk. I'm not going to be involved. If all hay hits the top of the roof, I'm there. And I'm usually blue, mod for over 150 channels now. Well, reasonably, I can only do 15 to 20, the only other person that I know that mods just as much as I do is Pete and Jesse. And, and there's a mix from somebody with 20, 30 subscribers, or the most I have is one of the channels. I think he's up to about 350 right now, and that's 350,000. You try moderating whenever you have 1,500 people in the chat.
No.
You pretty much need. I usually have my iPad and my phone going at the same time so that I can report and delete and get rid of. And yeah, no, it's not fun anymore whenever you start moderating for such a large channel. And both Jesse and I are huge proponents of the one program that was absolutely amazing was Bautissimo. It would give you numbers behind the scenes. It was a tremendous program.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we have a feeling that YouTube bought the rights, because I sent him a message and said, how much would it cost me for the name and the rights to? They just said, sorry. That's all they said, sorry. So we have a feeling that they were bought out by YouTube, because they did have an amazing system. It would tell you your top 10 commenters, watch hours, who's the most, you could set it up per month, per day, per week, and you name it. It was an absolutely amazing program. But all the little ones that are 10 times better than Nightbot and whatever are gone.
Wow.
Yeah. Like both Jesse and I were paid people on those programs. And I don't know who can afford StreamYard right now. Like, it's $40 a month. Like, that's, by the time you pay the taxes and whatever, you're between $500 and $600 a year. Not going to be this kid.
Yeah.
Because now you throw in the exchange rate, and I'm paying $800. So I'll figure something out. I think what they're trying to do, to be quite honest, is get everybody to use the YouTube platform.
Yeah. I don't know, but you can't do as much with it from what I understand. I haven't actually done but a couple of lives using YouTube.
They seem to be dropping things. And the more they drop, the more I'm going, I remember that from that program. I remember that from that program. So it's almost like they're piecing it together from all the really good channels, or like moderating tools, and they're making one really good one.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
His ears were ringing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much me and the channel in a nutshell. And
well, now it's not your only channel, though.
No. So
tell us about Travel Escapes with
So Travel Escapes with the Brums is, we're hoping the older we get, the more we're going to travel. So I started a travel channel, and I'm probably going to start doing some like the room tours that I do on my normal channel will probably end up going there. But other than that, right now, you're going to see, different cruise videos, and I have some other cruise videos that are already up. I have some that are sitting on my phone that I really have to get after and get my phone down to next to nothing, because I know it's just going to be between my GoPro and my phone. I'm going to have hundreds of hours of film in August.
So then the travel escapes is going to be focused solely on
travel.
Yep. So if you're interested in travel videos from basically anywhere, whether it's hotel rooms or destinations or whatever, then follow Travel Escapes with the Brums.
Right now, primarily the ones that are up are San Juan. They're the biggest channel, or the biggest videos I have up. I still have some more that have to go up. I'm going to try to put up Dominican Republic. Yeah, just whatever I can travel wise.
Something that I found interesting when I was reading the description for that channel was, and something close to my heart, is that you bring up the challenges that you face as someone with disabilities.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm going to actually phase in. The more that I start to travel, the more I'm going to pick out, it would be better, or they could help people with disabilities. My biggest one is, we were on the brand new carnival celebration last year. It was less than a year on the sea, so it hadn't even been a complete year yet. Well, if you have mobility issues, stay the heck away from it. We could only see about half to three quarters of the ship. It is so big that, now, knowing the ship that we're going on in August would be the biggest ship I'd ever want to be on. And that's why I like going with NCL. They have a motto that they want to keep their ships to about in between 4,000 and 6,000. You can get people off safely. God forbid something happens. You have some of these mega ships that there's 10,000 paid guests on board, plus another 2,500 staff.
That's like a small city.
Exactly. That is just going to be complete hysteria. And I don't care. I would rather be on the smaller ship, where I know that I just have to walk down a couple flights or up a couple flights, get on the lifeboats, and away we go.
Absolutely.
That's why I like them. Everybody else is going big, and NCL's staying about the same size. Now, their newer ships look absolutely amazing. It's all upgraded. But, they're still paying $1 billion per ship. But it's just in the upgrades and the different things that, that's where they're coming up with the $1 billion. They don't have to scrimp here to build this, and, anyways, that's just a little tidbit. Hey, Juan.
Welcome in, Juan.
It's just to keep it real, you know. Yeah, the big ships, they look awesome, and they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Not my cup of tea. We won't do another large ship. Like Carnival keeps giving us vouchers that I could go down south and do the Caribbean 7 days or 7 nights, 8 days, or whatever it is.
Right.
The week, they $300. So, you know.
Have you told them why you'll never go
Oh
with
yeah.
them?
Oh well. Yes, the size, but the medical care. I've never been able to get reimbursed through Carnival whenever I was seen by a doctor on the ship, whenever I had that major infection from their hot tub. And the nurse, that was her first question. Were you in the hot tubs? And then I asked one of the engineering guys that I got to know, and there's staff there that are really good with people, and you chit chat.
Right.
NCL drains their pool, their hot tubs daily. Every night at 10 o'clock, they drop it.
Welcome in, Create and Relate.
Fill it up with fresh stuff, balance it, and they're good to go for the next day. And you could even smell the bromine, chlorine, whatever, you know that it's freshly cleaned. But right. They bleach, they look after their stuff. And they actually, it was that bad, they thought I had prostate cancer. That's how bad of an infection I got off Carnival ship. They could offer me free cruises. I won't go with them. Everybody tells me that smaller is better with them as well, but I just can't do it.
I don't blame you.
Not only that, but I love lobster. Being from the eastern part of Canada, Maine, Boston, the same thing as you guys. That's lobster. Not the rock lobster that they get from, Florida. Whenever I cracked into the lobster and the tail meat was brown.
Ew. Ooh, I wouldn't have touched it.
Oh, I did.
I've only had lobster a couple of times, but no thank you.
It should be like a pink right around the outside from the shell and a white meat. And to have it come brown.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it was. So the food was horrible. The service was horrible. It's and there's people that swear that Carnival is the be all end all, but I gotta say we talked to about at least 40 other couples who are lifelong Carnival sailors who will never sail with Carnival again. We paid for, they call it bubbles. It's unlimited pop. We're not huge drinkers. So, to have 1 or 2 glasses of wine over the week, I'll pay for them. Thanks.
Right.
But the pop machines didn't work. Well, they knew that whenever we were getting on the ship. you had to walk halfway across the ship to get a free pop.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, I've got mobility issues, guys. I can't be walking all that distance to get a pop. So needless to say, we pretty much drank water or lemonade the entire week. Ice cream machines. Yeah, they didn't work. I'm talking a brand new ship. $1.2 billion ship. Not even a year old. And it's falling apart.
That's
ridiculous. Yeah. But
I don't even have words.
But other than that, you know, we weren't sure if we were going to want to do resort or do cruising, or, you know, we're just getting to the age, we raised our kids. Now it's time for us.
Right.
And I can still remember the first time we got on the ship, Debbie flopped back on the bed and looked at me and she said, "Oh, mama like." And it's the only time I've ever seen my wife fall asleep in public. She was that relaxed beside the pool.
That's awesome.
So it's, yeah, no, it's, really, if you've ever considered, you know, cruising, give it a shot.
I think that you could put any kind of travel on your traveling channel.
Oh, I'm going to.
You guys just go out for a drive and show your terrain. I think that would be perfect, you know, because there's a lot of us who have never been to Canada and never seen the sights and who would love to.
Pretty much the invisible line, we're the same up here. We just got more trees and water.
There's landmarks. There's places that we've never seen and may never see.
So right across the river from where I am right now is a potash mine. So folks that, you know, put potash in their gardens, most of it's taken down to the States and sold in your places down there, because not everywhere can you find potash. So I told Glenda that I would do a video, and like you can clearly see where the mine is. It's quite neat. But yeah, no, I'm gonna do like different. Again, I would love to take you to Parliament Hill and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, the Tomb of the Unnamed Soldier, like, you know, all that good stuff. Hank, enough. All right, quiet. The girls just got home, so he's got to let them know that he is the boss.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Well, that's awesome.
Not too complicated. Love my family and love my friends, and you know, it's
right.
That's the long and short of it. Just give me one sec, Carmen.
Yeah.
You're good then, buddy. Yeah, no, he's good. He was trying to suck Debbie into taking him out. And just before you and I got on, I had taken him out. And he don't need to go back out. But he wants to go and roll in the snow.
Oh, but that's fun.
Yeah, until he gets mats in his curly fur and starts limping on 3 legs, and he doesn't know when to call it quits.
Right.
Well, the wind's really picking up here now.
Well, I know that you've not been well, so I don't want to keep you for too long, and your lovely wife has just gotten home. But real quick, why don't you tell us a little bit about this amazing, amazing cruise that you have coming up in the summertime, in case anybody hasn't heard about it?
Well, if you haven't heard about it, go to my channel, and please share the commercial. Mickey from Critter Creek has made us a commercial about the trip. It has Peter, the person that we're dealing with. It's got all his contact info. It is the cheapest. I'm one of these, people where I'm always watching to make sure that we have the best deal. And the closest I could find yesterday was a trip that was $1,500 more, and that didn't include airfare. Where NCL is 2 for 1 airfare. So, it is the cheapest you will get to Alaska. It took a lot of negotiating, but Jesse and I got that done. And, like I said to Jesse, it's hard to believe that January of 23 in New Orleans, Louisiana, he looked at me and said, "We should go to Alaska." And I'm like, "Sure." And as soon as I get home from the trip, he goes, "Why don't we open it up to everybody?" So to get the deal we got, we had to guarantee them 30 cabins. We're over that. And, it's, again, it's going to be awesome.
I want to go so bad.
Oh, I thought Logan said he was, he was going to run half marathons to get the money, and,
Well, we probably could pay for it, especially with that new deal that's going.
Yes.
But the thing is that the zoo is open from May to October. And
that's what he was joking. I think he was on either Mickey's or mine. He had put that he was going to send you on the ship because he had to work. And we're like, well, she just might love you a little more, or maybe that's not possible. Either way.
I want to go so bad. It's like a once in a lifetime opportunity, but
well, and that's exactly what it is. It's once in a lifetime, and I'm saving as much as I can, because
please tell me when you're done.
If I want to pick up a pair of seal skin boots or whatever, I know they're going to be $200-300.
Right.
I want to pick them up. It's something that I'll never be able to get done, but all the ports, they all have like stuff that's handmade in Alaska, and you have some of the stuff that was made in China that might have the label ripped off it, but anyways, not sealskin or anything like that. Right. if it's freshly made or mass produced. But we're gonna go. Most of us are gonna roll in on the 22nd. I really just don't want to be jet lagged getting on the ship.
Right. Yeah.
Because
I don't have far to go to get there.
Well, no, you are, you're not that far. Actually, you could probably even drive it.
Oh, I could if I could drive that far by myself.
Exactly.
But I can't drive that far by myself.
Yeah. But like I say, it, especially for myself, Tony, Joni, Miss Ann, all us East Coast people.
Right.
We're 3 hours time difference to Seattle. And then once we get going and get up past Canada, then we go to 4 hours.
Yeah, it's only an hour's difference, and it's an hour flight from here to Seattle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I know there is some people that maybe wanting to share like a room, or because if you go by yourself, I think all the solo rooms are sold out already. Mm-hmm. But they're the first ones to go.
Right.
And one thing with that ship is even the interior rooms, it makes it look like there's a picture window there. Well, it's a camera up on top that you can actually see everything. Oh, cool. Yeah, right from your. So, like I say, I know there's a lot of people that, are really wanting to go. And, like I just keep telling them, I can think of two people right now, two ladies that, because Linda, I think, was supposed to share a room with Lila.
Right.
But since her passing, I'm not sure what Linda's got planned.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, there's some others, but, it also depends, right?
Right.
Some people don't want to share with anybody. I know I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And, but other than that, watch the video. If you all could share the commercial out, that would be amazing. The more people we get, the better it's going to be.
Yeah.
And again, it's everybody's vacation. So, we're not going to be there to plan. The first day we're going to do a meet and greet. Because there's some subscribers that are coming. There's creators, there's friends, family of creators, there's people I have no idea who they are or who they belong to, but they're coming.
Yeah.
But again, I've put it out in a couple spots. If somebody can save $2,000 or $3,000, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is
for an Alaskan cruise, because then we get like what is there? There's onboard credit. There's if you drink, you add in drinking, or if you just want pop, there's pop, or you name it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be. We're the first day we'll do a couple things together. Like we're planning a casino pull and a meet and greet, and then the rest of the week is on everybody else. I know Jerry and Susan are looking at getting a group together to go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just far too frugal to spend that much money fishing.
Yeah. I don't even care about the excursions or anything. I just want the experience.
Well,
Yeah.
you can honestly, just to see the history and whatever
Mhm.
in the ports.
Exactly. That's all
Yeah.
would matter to me if I was able to go.
No, the
But
only one that I wanted to do is uh, to take the train, the
mhm.
white rail pass or whatever, and I'm not. Yeah, it goes up into Canada, does the loop, comes back down, and then we get off. We go through the. Oh my goodness, where they do a lot of searching for gold. Anyways, it's not here nor there. And then we get to pan for gold.
That would be so cool.
And whatever gold you find is yours.
Very cool.
So, there's a shop there too. One of the guys I know said that whenever they went about 3 years ago, it it was, how did it work? He found a nugget,
Oh, wow.
and they would either pay him out, or he got a gold necklace, and I forget how much they charged him to, because it costs them money to flip it over too, but they have some that are pre-made, or they make different things to go on chains,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, they they have everybody that can either, I think it's all raised, so you don't have to go into the streams. They actually scoop the material up and put it into the different troughs and whatever. So yeah, no, I can't wait. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
I'm looking forward to all the videos that everybody puts out.
Well, so my money for to get unlimited videos, or unlimited streaming, went into a wheelchair, an electric, not a wheelchair, a scooter.
Right.
And it's a good scooter too. I know, I used to sell them whenever I had the battery business here in town. So it's one of the better ones that I used to sell. So I know that it's not going to leave me high and dry, and
Good.
there'll be good batteries, and I'm going to go for the bigger one that, I think both Jesse and I could get on at once. It holds like almost 500 pounds. But if you're going up hills and whatever else, I want to make sure that I have enough power.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But anyways.
Well, I sure appreciate you being here today, Scott.
Yeah.
And
well, thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure getting to know you better, and being able to share your channels. And
I thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just something that I felt led to do several months ago, was to start helping to promote other people, and helping to get more exposure for them. So many people have done so much for me.
And that's what,
getting to know other people and helping them.
And that's what's so amazing about this community we have, is there's so many communities that they go at one another like this instead of joining together. Like, not only is the homesteading, farming, gardening, it's like the bucket that if you're not a fisherman or, a car hauler or construction, then you kind of fit into our genre. So, yeah, no, I'm really appreciative that you had me up here, and thank you all the new people that I've met in the chat today, and don't forget, we always got Procrastination Thursday every Thursday at noon, or for you it would be 10.
Yes, and Procrastination Thursday is a lot of fun. I enjoy coming and hanging out with you on Thursdays.
You never know where we're going to go.
Right. So if you have not checked out Scott's channels, please do check them out. I know that Ronson has dropped the links in chat today, but if you did not catch them in chat, you can check out the description for today's live and you will find his links there. Both the Rambling with the Brums and Travel Escapes with the Brums. Both links are in the description. So please do go and check them out. And if you like what you see, please do subscribe and follow him. I know that he will appreciate that. And you'll have a lot of fun on his channel. That's what it's all about, is having fun, hanging out, and just having a good time.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here today and supporting Scott and me. And if you did not hit the thumbs up on your way in, if you would please hit the thumbs up on your way out, and maybe leave a comment on your way out. That would be great. It helps the algorithm. Helps.
And you rewatch.
Enjoyed Meet Me Monday.
Your people that watch it after the fact, you got their thumbs up and comments, guys. That's what pushes us deeper in the algorithm. And it doesn't have to be a 3-part story. Just enjoy the film, and if you can, say something that you saw happen in the video. AI picks that up and throws the channel even farther, because that shows that you've hope you had a good day. Well, it could be about a cow giving birth. Well, AI knows that you might not have watched the whole thing, or vice versa. And so make sure the people that are watching this after the fact, you give everything as well.
Questions after the fact, put the questions in the comment section, and we'll make sure that we get answers for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Appreciate the involvement. And
I think I got to go outside and get the snowblower going and clean up a little bit.
All right. Well, again, thank you for being here, and thank you, Scott. I've enjoyed this, and I will see you, if not sooner, I will see you Thursday. Hopefully, I'm taking 3 of the kittens in to be altered.
Oh, right. Yes.
So I may or may not be able to get online with you. We'll have to see, but
that's
hopefully.
Okay. That's all right.
So
anyway,
I just want to
I'll pop out, and you guys have a great day. And we'll talk after.
All right.
Thanks again, Karma.
Thank you. And thank you guys for being here. And I will have another video. Well, tomorrow I will be here for Talk About It Tuesday, and with my special co-host. You will meet them tomorrow. And I will have a Thursday video out for you in our new series on the names of God. That will be coming out on Thursday. And then, like I said, we will have Consume the Goodness next week for Meet Me Monday. So I hope to see you back then. You guys have a wonderful and blessed week, and hope to see you tomorrow afternoon. Bye, guys. Love you guys.